Wow, what a wonderful afternoon. Thank you, SchoolAlerts.in and its jury to provide me this wonderful opportunity and a topic which has its own significance and demand in the current situation, and a platform which is the base for future virtual public speaking. How many of you wanted to get back to a pre COVID world, which is the very near future? If you're along with me, I request you to put a smiley on the chat window. Okay. Thanks for your support. I am Sahana studying in 7th Standard C section of St. Vincent Pallotti School. The next 8 minutes, I will be talking about COVID 19 and its impacts. It's very important to understand how the virus has changed the lives of millions of people, both positively and negatively. The virus has affected 23.75 million people and 815,000 deaths had occurred. The virus is capable of living in all possible materials from 2 to 24 hours. Our hands touch various surfaces which pick up the virus. And once contaminated, these hands touch our eyes, ears, mouth, and so on. This is how we are affected with the virus. 7 to 14 days are required for the total recovery of the virus. These 14 days are known as incubation towards the recovery period. In Wuhan, which is said to be the birthplace of COVID 19, was under shutdown. Before the shutdown, people from different places have come to China to celebrate post Chinese New Year. It was believed they was affected with the virus, and when they went back, they carried the virus along with them, and this was the chief cause for the spread of the virus. Like China, many other countries went into lockdown. In India, lockdown started from 23rd March till July. Now, I would like to tell what my family faced in the lockdown. On March, when the lockdown was announced, no schools were running. So my exams were cancelled and I was extremely happy. I had the best times with my brother. Both my father and mother was working from home. My father used Zoom calls because he works on an IT firm company. My mother took online classes and was engaged with lot of household work since the maids did not turn back. The worst part of the lockdown was my grandfather wasn't well and he complained that he had blurred vision. After 4 days of struggle, we found an hospital to admit him. During the time of admission, they told that he was diagnosed by a brain stroke, which made him blind. The doctors told if he was admitted on the days he had symptoms, there was a fair chance for him to look at the world today. Our nightmares did not end. My father's salary was cut off to 70% and my mother's was cut off to 50%. When the lockdowns were relaxed, the maids came back and told their painful stories and demanded 2 months' salary. My parents could not do the same, what their organization did to them owing their family conditions. It's not only my family, there are millions of family today who are going through the same pain. Now let me connect this to the practical world. Japan, global auto giant. due to low or negligible sales are not working to the fullest capacity. It has already declared that it is in recession. US based IT firms are laid off their employees. US alone has laid off 30 million employees, and the rest who are in their job are working for a low paycheck. Global stock markets are running low. Educational sector are facing a lot of challenges such as owing for admission, fee collection, online classes which has emerged as the new normal method. Business, banking sector, real estate businesses are in the worst hit. Airlines, public transport, hotel, tourism have a huge revenue loss, and we cannot estimate how much loss they have and when their business will come back to a normal situation. Very few sectors like medical, hospitals, FMCGs are benefited from the lockdown. While we have negative aspects, we also have few positive lessons which we have learned from the lockdown. We have learned family value system. We have learned how to overcome distress moments. We have learned to differentiate between essential and luxury. Mother Earth has got a chance to retrieve herself back due to low pollution. Ozone depletion has reduced due to low traffic problems. The biggest question I have now, especially for India, will this 20 lakh crore stimulus package be enough to retrieve back the economy in a short span of time? The answer towards me is a big no. Then what shall we do? Here are my recommendations for it. First of all, we should follow the precautionary methods given by WHO and government to spread and contain the disease from getting spreaded. Secondly, the medical infrastructure is not so strong to support us, as we all depend on the vaccine which is in the trial phase. We should focus upon the situation and look upon the crisis of economical and social dimensions, especially focus on the old age, women, vulnerable categories, low wage workers, and so on, according to humanitarian considerations. Global countries should not only unite to beat the virus but also come forward to prevent unemployment cases, going business bankrupt, and so on. International Monetary Fund and United Nations should speed up the process for building multi-partner trust for COVID fund, in which recovery for the virus and support of the country is much needed. After all we pass down these crises, I am very confident, just like you, that during that time we would have two options: either go back to the normal world or a new world with new economy. I urge that every citizen should act with sense of urgency to build an inclusive and sustainable world which is resilient to face all the changes. What the world needs is solidarity. I repeat, what the world needs is solidarity. With solidarity, we can beat the virus and build a new world for you, me, and the entire human race. Thank you. Jai Hind. You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, fine. Thank you. Bye.